The good old days of Call of Duty are over. We're never going to get another Black Ops 1 and 2 or Modern Warfare 2 and 3 if they continue to keep these awful developers around and they continue to ignore customer feedback. And while we know Black Ops 7 is the worst user-rated Call of Duty, dropping below Modern Warfare 3, and of course people are just extremely unhappy with this experience, we're now finding out that there are tons of refunds happening on Steam. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, when it comes to the latest Call of Duty, yeah, it is abysmal, and they already had a battle they were facing when it came to the competition. Battlefield 6 is doing great, Arc Raiders is doing phenomenal, and Black Ops 7 is really just being left in the dirt. Now, of course, there are a lot of copies of this game that have clearly sold, and a lot of people are playing it via Game Pass, so it's not like it is completely dead, but at the same time, it definitely has not reached the heights that they were probably expecting given the information that we have, whether that is on Metacritic and you're looking at the user scores, whether you're scrolling on social media and looking at the backlash, or you're looking at the SteamDB numbers and how terribly Call of Duty is doing right now. This is not a individual games SteamDB, it's the Call of Duty HUD. It's the same case for Battlefield, because you download the hub, you can play Battlefield 6 or Battlefield RedSec on that, but at the same time, these are not the numbers that they were probably hoping for. I mean, it's dipped down to 33,000 players in the evenings. The all-time peak 3 years ago was 491,000, and now they're not even getting 100,000 24-hour peak. They had gotten to it on release weekend, but only actually on one single day. Besides that one day, they had reached 94,000 peak and 87,000 peak. So yeah, we're not talking about this looking like a good situation for them. Call of Duty always sells a certain amount, though is it enough for them? Probably not. And now we're hearing that not only are they facing these issues, but there are also refunds going viral. This says gamers request Call of Duty Black Ops 7 refund because of AI slop. Now, I don't think that this is the primary reason why people would refund this game. Sure, I think that there are a few people out there who are refunding it, and this is their reason, but I don't believe that's the majority. And I'm really curious to see how this could potentially affect the video game industry, because if platforms like Steam are willing to refund due to the use of AI, and I'm really curious to see how this is going to affect the industry. We know a lot of companies are using a lot of AI right now, and I think that if Steam is just straight up refunding games due to the use of AI, it will create a situation where companies either basically need to use AI but have somebody cover it up better and hire an artist to basically paint over the AI image so that it's less recognizable or something like that. Though if they're refunding due to AI, that's pretty wild. It says gamers are not thrilled about paying full price for AI generated fish helmets. Yes, apparently that's an actual thing in Call of Duty Black Ops 7, the latest video game in the first-person shooter franchise. The new entry in Activision's unstoppable shooter franchise, co-developed by Treyarch and Raven Software, has allegedly rolled out a bunch of generative images that look like they were whipped up by someone using a mid-journey prompt, and players have noticed and they're not happy, so much so that Steam reportedly accepts this game had AI in it that it didn't disclose as a valid refund reason according to people on Blue Sky. So if you dropped 70 and field cheated, you might be able to complete the game and get your money back. Now, one problem with this title is that the main campaign, I've seen people complete it in 4 hours. At that point, you could probably lie to Steam and say, oh, I had a problem where the game was left open for two hours and I played for 2 hours and realized it wasn't good and it's got AI and all this, and they might actually issue that refund. Though it's very curious to actually see this happening now because companies, are very focused on AI. Here's one of the posts. Steam is apparently allowing this game had AI in it that it didn't disclose as a valid return statement. Insulting to the player, insulting to the IP, insulting to the medium, the developers, and the craft itself. F you executives who pushed this garbage. But I think it's just everyone in every industry. There are so many normal people out there who are using AI on a daily basis. Here's another article talking about it. A Call of Duty Black Ops 7 player claims that they were able to get a refund for the game on Steam due to its use of generative AI. The Steam refund was successfully claimed despite the fact that the player had already put significant time into Black Ops 7. AI is making quite the buzz in the gaming industry, but often not in a positive way. Yeah, I personally think that AI is an okay tool, but at the same time, I feel like I can't shed a tear for the activists who are being replaced by it in the games industry. It kind of sucks for that to be my answer because I want to be able to defend real, living, breathing human beings, but at the same time, they are significantly hurting this industry and our entertainment. Bricky said, I finished the entire Black Ops 7 campaign, asked for a refund, and Valve granted it to me. I wrote the game constantly utilized AI-generated options that were not present in the marketing for the game, as well as videos and screenshots of the material. Shocked they did, to be honest. Yeah, the campaign is so short that you could complete it and get your refund. That is not a good sign for Call of Duty or really any company within this industry. And even though there are a lot of people getting refunds, there's also a lot of gamers saying they wish they could get one. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is the first ever game to make me feel like I need to refund it. This game feels so forced and rushed and recycled. Same product as always, and it sucks. Can I get a refund on Black Ops 7? This game sucks really bad. What is this BS? Y'all have ruined the campaign. Nobody asked for this. I can't save and come back. I can't even pause. Forced co-op. Campaign is meant to be solo. Why? Have fun issuing refunds. This is sad. Refund process. That's it for me and Call of Duty Forever. I'm sorry it had to end like this, but no, it's time to move on. This franchise is so far from what it once was. At least I had this lovely moment to close off my love for Black Ops. And yeah, I used to love Black Ops and Call of Duty. I put thousands of hours into Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, thousands of hours into Modern Warfare 2 and 3. They were peak gaming experiences, in my opinion. They had emotions, they had actions, their stories made sense, the Easter eggs and zombies made sense, such high quality soundtracks, and gameplay was awesome, and maps were great. And now Call of Duty is a shell of what it once was, and I'm glad that so many people are saying I'm finally awakened to the issues that Call of Duty had, because I understand. I used to buy every Call of Duty, even if I wasn't super hyped for them, because I was almost conditioned to do so, but there's no reason to play it on Game Pass. There's no reason to purchase it, and it sucks that it has fallen so far. Now, maybe the next few releases, they'll actually fix their shit and they will start to really listen to their customers. But this is a problem with these developers and companies. They don't want to actually listen to us because they believe they know what is best for their series, even if they don't. So I will definitely be keeping my eye on this and Call of Duty. But right now, things are going absolutely terribly for them, and I can't say I feel all that bad. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.